So thanks, Steve. Before we do go into questions, if you'd like to learn more about what you saw today, you can contact us at webinars@microdesk.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And to view any of our past webinars, you can go to our YouTube channel at Microdesk Channel. We should have this webinar uploaded by the end of the week. And I'll leave this page up if you want to copy down any of our information. And at this point, we'll open up to any questions from the audience. And remember, if you do have a question, please type it into the webinar toolbar to the right of your screen.
As we're waiting for more questions, I didn't say thank you to everybody. So real quickly, as we're gathering these questions, thank you everybody for your time. I know 45 minutes out of a day is always challenging for people. We know you're busy, so thank you very much for your time and attention today.
Okay, and it looks like we already have a question. So once you create a custom procedure, can you hide the public one that was copied and customized so that it can no longer be found or used by mistake?
Yeah, and yeah, this question I answered it earlier today through the presentation, but it's a good one to bring back up. So the answer to that is absolutely yes. So if you create a custom piece of information, whether it's a workflow or a cheat sheet, doesn't matter. If you copy down one of the public pieces of content, you can absolutely make the changes to that and then turn off the original one so that you don't have duplicates in there. What a lot of companies will do, they will tend to copy as much down as they possibly can that makes sense for them, and they make those changes and tweaks that they need to make it, their way of doing things, and then they turn off the other content so that you don't have those duplicates. And additionally, though, the search engine has the ability to rank the custom content higher than the public content too. So a couple different methods basically to answer that question.
And where
Another,
is, oh, I'm sorry.
sorry, go ahead. Go
Where
ahead,
is
Brittany.
the custom content stored?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, really good question. So all of the content in Pinnacle is stored in the cloud. That's one most important thing to understand. The reasoning behind that is, easy access when you're outside of the company. So you can have access to it on your mobile devices, iPads, iPhones, Android, tablets and phones, out in the field. All that's in the cloud. The custom content, to be more specific, that is also stored in the cloud, but it's stored in a private tenant that is personal just to your organization. So it's secure in the system so that only people within your company have access to that location in the cloud. So it's still in the cloud though, so if you have multiple offices, if you're in and out of the office all the time, you have access to this information literally anywhere that you have access to the internet. Good question.
Is there any limitation in the amount of content we can add to Pinnacle?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. No limitation whatsoever. So you can upload as many videos as you want to up there, as many files, documents, what it may be. It's unlimited storage with the Pinnacle Series subscription.
And how difficult is it to create custom content?
Oh yeah, that's a common question we get, right? So you have organizations that they want to be able to document this stuff, but they don't have anything quite documented yet. And they question, how hard is it to do this? Well, it's quite simple. And today I might not be able to show it to you, but basically if you know how to use Microsoft Word, you can create the content in the Pinnacle series. There's absolutely no programming necessary or no programming knowledge necessary. It's simply type into a word processor, and that's how you build the content into the Pinnacle series. Now, if you do have any pre-built content that you might already have in Word document format or something like that, there are import routines to get that in, as well as the old-fashioned copy and paste is obviously acceptable as well. So, simple sense, really easy to create that content. It's nothing more than a word processor.
And is there content on multiple versions of Autodesk software?
Yeah, you know what? I usually show this and talk about it during the presentation. I didn't today, so I'm glad you brought that up, Maureen. Absolutely, yes. So the public content that we supply out of the box goes back actually all the way to about the 2012 versions of the technology. So we have the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, all available in there, and it all comes with the Pinnacle Series, and you can choose, basically really easy to choose, what content do I want to see and what content don't I want to see. Also, just to take your question a little bit further, obviously the 2018 content or the 2018 applications from Autodesk are going to come out, let's say, springtime of next year. That's usually the trend that they have. We will go ahead and create and update that content so that within 30 days, we'll have all of the updates, so the 2018 content will be there as well. So we support all the way back to 2012. We maintain it and update it year after year, and even now more than year after year because Autodesk is pushing out releases more often. So we're staying in tune with their release cycles and keeping everything up to date. So absolutely, we have all those versions included. Good question.
And where can the users get access to this content?
Yeah, so as you saw here today, I was on my desktop machine. It's a laptop, but that doesn't really matter. So of course you have access to it from your desk in your office. But also, like I mentioned, all the content's in the cloud. So you can get access virtually anywhere that you have internet access. And so if you have a laptop, you can take that anywhere and get access to it that way. But also, there's a free app in the Google Play Store as well as the iOS Apple Store. And you can go ahead and download those Pinnacle Series apps and get access to it from your devices as well. And you log into it just like you would log in on your laptop, so you can get access to your information. And you literally have it anywhere that you have access to the internet.
All right, it looks like that's all the questions for today. So just to show you our upcoming webinars, we do have a few free ones coming up. The next one would be the Microdesk webinar, the must-have construction toolkit BIM 360 layout. After that, we have the technology foundation for infrastructure and engineering success. And then we also have a Bluebeam review webinar, which we will be co-hosting with Bluebeam. So if you wish to register for any of these, we have the link at the bottom. Thank you again for joining us today, and we hope to see you next time.